Welcome back. I'm joined now by Alex Krohn, who's no stranger to our show, but we've got some changes at the Family Resource Center to talk about today.
Yeah, we have a whole remodeling thing being done at the Family Resource Center. They are putting in new floors.
Wow, that's pretty exciting because I don't think that people realize how much traffic you get at the Family Resource Center. You just mentioned a number. Tell us.
Yeah, we average about 100,000 people a year. So the carpeting that's in there is about 7 years old, a lot of traffic. So it's time to do some upgrades.
It's funny, you know, we think about the Family Resource Center as being something that's new to Fort Campbell. It always gets a lot of attention, especially when we have visitors and guests. But it really has been here 7 years, and we've been using it hard. So what are we going to do to fix it up?
What we're going to do in the main rooms, the main ballrooms, there's classroom A, B, and C. That's going to be completely gutted as far as the flooring goes and put in polished concrete. So it's going to be a little bit more easy to clean, less maintenance, less costs.
Certainly more resilient.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially with all the traffic we have in and out of there. We're going to get new dividers for the rooms, so they'll slide a little bit easier and look a little nicer. And then they're going to redo the flooring through all the hallways and then also in the dining room.
Okay, so maybe not so much changes in the offices,
right,
but in the public areas and in the area of the room that has the fireplace.
Right. So that we're going to have it look a little nicer and it'll wear a little bit better.
So this is probably a process that's going to take some time. What's the date range we're looking at here?
8 June through the 31st of July. They're going to do it in 2 phases. So they're going to do the one side of the building, which is the main ballroom and the hallways, and then they're going to start on the lobby and then the dining room. So
this impacts a lot of services that you have in the Family Resource Center. What are some plans for movement or changes to all of those different activities that happen?
In the Family Resource Center, we have AFTB, AFAP, the volunteer programs, and we have mobilization and deployment. So all of those services will be there. We're just going to move to one side of the building while they do the other side, and then we're going to swap back. So normal operations during the day for the Family Resource Center staff.
So the folks who work in those offices will still be there. You'll be able to locate them there. Right. Now, what about the things that take the larger spaces? For example, if you were using a classroom to teach an AFTB class, where will that class take place now?
What we're doing is we're going to help folks if they need a room. They can come see us. We'll help them. And we have Colt Park Commons and DW Rec Center, the Ed Center. We'll help them. Joe Swing is a great place to have some events. So we'll help them find another location. So we'll have FRC staff there just during the day. So if somebody needs help, we're going to take care of them.
So they'll be able to find other locations, for example, for their FRG meetings and things like that. Now, a lot of those things that happen in the rooms in the FRC also include childcare. What about the kids on site area?
Okay, kids on site will not be in the building. Just because of the construction going on, probably not a great idea to have children around. So what you can do is you can call the kids on site. They said they can handle anything at night will be handled at CDC 2, Child Development Center 2. During the day is by case. So they just need to call Child Development Center or the kids on site and they'll take care of. They are the only ones that will not be in the Family Resource Center during that time.
They'll probably have a phone number and a location elsewhere that they'll be able to take those calls.
Right.
Okay. So now there's a little coffee shop there, and it has some varied hours depending on events. Will that stay closed during this time period?
That's going to stay closed because that whole area is going to be redone as well. So I encourage you to go to another MWR facility to get your coffee.
We don't want dust in our coffee.
No, we don't want dust.
So, you know, that's a good thing to do is that there's lots of other places to get a great cup of coffee on Fort Campbell. And, you know, the 19th hole has a new cooking staff down there, so you ought to check that out. Yeah. Now, talk to me a little bit about what may be happening on the second floor of the building. There's a lot of services up there that pretty much folks only use if they have a need. Family advocacy is located up there. What's going to impact those?
It won't impact them. And all the offices are going to stay. The hours are going to stay the same. The only thing that will impact them is which side of the building they're coming in, depending on the construction. So we'll help them with that as well. But upstairs will not be affected, which is family advocacy program. Their classes will be in a different location, but they'll advertise that.
Right, so if they have a large group that they're doing a class for, a new parent support or something, they'll just have a different location. But if they're seeing clients individually, it would still take place upstairs.
Correct.
All right. Now, speaking of, you know, counseling services and things that Family Advocacy does, there's also the Military Family Life Consultants located in the FRC. Where will people be able to see them?
They are going to be in the same offices down the hallway. The construction crew, I'm sure, will do their best to keep the mess down and to not interrupt any services. But military family life consultants will remain in the building and the offices. So for about a month, we're all going to be in that one hallway. So we're going to be one tight, happy family.
It's a great chance to get together for the summer, have a picnic. You probably want to have your lunch outside too. Yeah. Now, the Family Resource Center obviously is known for having these large spaces that people use, and you said that those are going to be located elsewhere and you'll assist with that location. But in general, if folks would say, for example, be coming in to see Becky Mastrian, the Army Volunteer Corps coordinator, would they still come to the FRC to meet with her there?
Yes, all the offices will be back in the what we call the VTCs, or video teleconference rooms. They're smaller rooms. We're not taking any of the furniture with us, but everything that we need to help the customers, we will be in the building.
So they'll still be able to come in on an individual basis. It's just that the entrance to the building might even be located elsewhere sometimes during this time.
Right. We're going to try to make this as easy as possible on our customers, but also know that during the construction, we're there to help, and if we can't have an activity or an event at our location, we're going to help you find the best location for you.
Now, there's a couple other really large events that happen at the FRC. One is the newcomers orientation that happens every Thursday. How are you going to handle that?
Newcomers right now is going to be rescheduled for the Passenger Processing Center, or PPC, out on the airfield. That is going to be during the entire time of renovation. So anything that is a regularly scheduled event has a new home. So it's at the PPC, including the info exchange or information exchange will not happen in July.
We don't usually have an information exchange in the summer anyway, because lots of the folks who attend that are traveling or on their summer break. So no info exchange in July. Will there still be one in June?
Yes, the one in June is still scheduled for the first Wednesday, and then that's going to be probably our last event before we start with the construction.
And the plan is for this to be finished before the August one?
Before the August one. The plan, hopefully, is the 31st of July.
Now, if somebody wanted, information about this process, and we haven't covered it here, they had another question, who would they call? Where should they contact?
The main number at the FRC, 956-2935. They can call there. Someone will answer the phone during the daytime only, so probably from 8 in the morning until about 4:30 in the afternoon. It will not be staffed at night.
Right, I was just going to say, for the traditional operation of the FRC, there's usually someone there in the evening because there's FRG meetings and things going on. But if no meetings are happening in the building, then there's no reason to have it open. So you wouldn't be able to see an MFLAC there in the evening or get information from the phone in the evening. No one will be there. It sounds like we've covered just about everything, Alex. Thanks so much for coming to share this information with us. And again, let's have that phone number one more time if people have questions about this.
956-2935 is the number for the FRC.
And that's area code 270.
270.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Willkommen to the Sportsman's Lodge, where soldiers and families can enjoy German and American cuisine. The Sportsman's Lodge offer a variety of foods such as their award-winning schnitzel. In a hurry, enjoy their lunch buffet Tuesday through Friday with choices including your favorite German and American foods, a salad bar, and dessert. Enjoy the cozy lounge area while you wait, as well as their German-themed dining area. For more information, please call 931-431-4140. Auf Wiedersehen!
Thanks for staying tuned to MWR Life on Air. If you need more information on family and MWR events and activities, you can check out our website and Facebook page. You can pick up the latest copy of the MWR Family and Single Soldier Life magazines, call our 24-hour recorded information line, or join our text club by texting MWR to 68683. And you can listen to our radio program on 105.1 WVRY at 8:30 on Friday mornings. We've been coming live to you from Mugsy's Coffee Shop on Fort Campbell Boulevard, just outside Gate 3. To receive weekly information to your inbox, you can sign up to receive the MWR e-newsletter by going to fortcampbellmwr.com, clicking on MWR e-news, and selecting Register for e-news. You'll start receiving the MWR e-news the following week. I'm Melissa Schaffner. Thanks for watching MWR Life on Air. We're supporting soldiers, families, retirees, and civilians with quality of life events and activities. We are your network of services.
The Army's Exceptional Family Member Program has helped us to connect with others in the program. As a brigade level commander, I've been able to advance my career and focus on the mission. I am confident that the Army cares about my daughter and takes some of the stress off my wife.
Sometimes it's easy to forget about yourself when you're taking care of someone with special needs. The Exceptional Family Member Program offers services such as support groups and respite care.
The Exceptional Family Member Program is an extraordinary benefit for soldiers and families.